What is up, guys? Welcome to the Disbelief stream with yours truly, Bagsy. Let's see who's in the lobby right now. Let's see what's up to you guys. Sorry, I got myself on reverb right there. Yo, what's up, J Bags? Welcome back to the stream. Right now, I'm waiting on Mr. Ace. I haven't heard from him since earlier this afternoon, so we might have to go on without him. You know, such is life. So, to you guys in the stream, share the YouTube link with your family, your friends, your grandparents, your dog. Let's get some people in chat. Let's check the markets, see what's going on. Bitcoin has been doing some insane movements lately, so I'm looking forward to look into that. Could look into some of your altcoins that are probably committing harikiri right now. Yo, what is up, Cryptopamine? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for dropping by the stream, man. If there are any altcoins you guys want me to take a look at, just put the ticker in the chat and hit that thumbs up button, and let's get this show on the fucking road. All right, let me share my screen here. Pretty sure you guys are tired of looking at my mask and my eyeballs. Where is it? All right, I'm always paranoid about sharing my screen. You know, I just picture myself having like some random message pop up because I forgot to log out of some interface. Hold up. I want to see if you guys can see. Oh, you can't see my Sorry, 1 second. Discovering some new stuff. All right. What is cameraman? Whatever. Anyways, not important. You guys don't need to see my face. All right. Boom. Boom. That's a trip. Where's the other degen? I don't know, man. Probably in Mushroom Kingdom right now. He should be on his way. He's probably walking his dogs or some shit, and he forgot about the stream. But I promise you, he's quite the professional. I've actually been degen scalping Algorand for most of the day. It's been going quite well, actually. Ignore this setup. I didn't actually enter it. All right. I truly think Algorand, and many people I respect, think Algorand is going to do something like either like that or like, something. It's going to, this is the direction. This is the shakeout. Because the thing is, right now there's only about $80 million worth of circulating coins for Algorand. It's like if you look at the coin Paprika, like if you go on this website and you look at Algo. Is it even there? Well, shit. Algorand. Oh, they didn't update it yet. Anyways, so if once they update this shit, you're gonna see it has like a $2 billion market cap, but they're only circulating something like 4% of the tokens. So, and this is going to be for the next month or so. So there aren't going to be any more token unlocks until then. So I'm pretty sure, like let's look at the other IEOs, right? Sorry, excuse my. Yeah, let's just forget this. So yeah, like the rest of the IEOs did. You get your listing, and you get a dump, and then make your low, higher low, and from there confirms the uptrend. So I was speaking to someone in the space. I'm probably sure he wouldn't want me to mention his name. Anyways, so we were talking about Algorand, and yeah, keep an eye on it. That is all I will say. And in case you didn't read the description of the video, none of this shit is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, surprisingly, as if you couldn't tell already. And yeah, this is Bitcoin right now. The corn. I'm curious in chat, what do you guys think the top is for BTC? I'm very curious. That targeting the biggest list. What's up, Brain and Brian? It's good. Yo, what's up, Dobkin? Mr. Dobkin. Good to see you, brother. All right. So personally, my top, I think it's gonna hit 11,518, and I took it from this prior resistance level. If you ask Mac, he's targeting he's targeting like 11.7, or he's targeting like the swing low. So boom, take out liquidity, trap a bunch of longs, fucking dump it. To me, this is the 8.2, 8.3 area would be a nice level to catch. I don't know if we'll see it. I know a lot of people are, knife catching around 9.3, like, this level. Personally, I don't know. I think too many longs are going to be here, and I think it's just going to could see a double bounce and continuation. Now, if this shit were actually, let's say, to top out, reject, boom, boom. Like, I think the 6.2, 6.3K would be like, would be the most. I mean, this is obviously a guess. We don't know till we see what we get, but let's assume the price gets to my target. That would be a retracement. Okay, so 6.5K is the 618, which is still a reasonable retracement level. So, let's say this is the top, then the 618 would be at 6.2K. So I would prepare all the way here. I wouldn't rush into, setting any, let me delete all this. This is ugly. We demand professionalism on this channel. So yeah, I don't plan on really knife catching. I mean, you could if you're on very low leverage or no leverage at all and you're playing the long game. Like, let's say we're wrong, and let's say you put some bids here, and it does this, right? And then you're like, fuck, should I sell? What should I do? So what would you do? Would you wait or would you sell? So that's why I prefer being a bit slower and, preparing for a 618 retracement, because you never know. You never know. This is hyper bullish. Like, let's just put it on the daily. Let's put it on the daily. That's nice. CCI is great. The trend is still strong, like on most time frames. Yeah, this is a bit disconcerting. It's not the the end of the world or anything, but personally, I'd like to see this remain above the zero level. I mean, it's okay to dip slightly beneath it. Technically, I don't know if you guys have ever used the CCI, but here's something you can look at. You could put a line at the 0.5, the 50, negative 50, and technically, if you were to get a cross beneath, that means the trend is becoming bearish, but it doesn't reach the 50. That's considered a false positive for the commodities, for this channel. As you can see here, like, this level fell through. So had you shorted here, you would have made a little, like, 2-3%. Obviously, you don't really want to be shorting in an uptrend. Clearly, it happened again here. Had you shorted here, you would have gotten fucked. So basically, had you just longed the green areas, let's say you cracked open a long here, and you waited until it became white, but this is a false positive again, you would have sold here, and that would have been, let's say we entered at the top here and we brought it all the way to this area. That's a 12% gain just by using one indicator. That's sometimes all you need is an indicator and a bit of patience. This is a nice way to look at just how the thing's trending, and if it's gaining strength, losing strength. I highly recommend you guys study it. It's a nice tool. Yo, what's up, Sonic? Welcome back, brother. Thanks for dropping by. Wearing the financial advisor mask. Oh man, thank you, Brian. You're a sweetheart. Let me turn this shit off while I'm reading comments. There we are. What's up, Bagsy? Almost scared myself. 35K will be the top. Okay, well, I mean like local top, not the top, but sure, why not? Let's do something for fun here. If we were, damn, I don't even know how to do this. This is, well, this is awkward. All right, let's take it from here. Let's say, so if we were to do a 0.618, if we do a 61.8 extension from the last top, so basically if you take your fib level, you draw it at the, god damn it, sorry guys, I'm using a mouse pad, it's awkward as fuck. So if you basically take the fib from the bottom of the channel, from the bottom of the wave trend, whatever, all the way to the top, close, and you look at the extension, so 61.8% higher, golden ratios. The top, using fib, I'm not saying this is going to be the top, would be 50K, 50.362. That would be the top of the next wave up. That's not, it's not out of question. So something to keep in consideration. Fibs are a really good tool, I find. Oh, fuck, I'm not even sharing my screen. I always do that, guys. Sorry, 1 second. Let me fix this. Right, so just to reiterate what I was doing, I took a fib level. Here, let me start over. Yeah, perfect. I want to make sure I was actually showing my screen. So you take a fib from the bottom all the way to the top, and then you look at your fib extension. 61.8% higher from the top would be, sorry, what the fuck am I talking about? Excuse me. The 61.8 extension would be 32K. Yeah, you guys can forget what I said over the last 2 minutes. So technically 32K would be the 61.8 extension from 20, which makes sense. So that 35K, makes sense. I would personally be taking some profit at 32 once we get there. I mean, if I haven't ended up tethering all my shit by the time, dude, imagine if just just a straight candle there, that'd be kind of stupid. All right, let me get back to the chat. Shorting in an uptrend is how I got wrecked a couple months ago. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I mean, the problem is that here, let's go on the weekly. Oh, we are on the weekly. Thing was, no one really knew it was an uptrend. I mean, here you had your first higher low. That was the indication that we're starting something new. However, it was hard to believe at the time. It's like all we know is downtrend. Why would we start an uptrend here? I mean, why wouldn't we, test the 2.8K? Why wouldn't we go at 3K, test this perfect area? Why would money come in before, So no one was expecting this, and that's the sneaky part about it. And no one was expecting this. Even the best traders, Cash Boy closes long at 5.8. Romano, fucking props to Romano. This motherfucker's been adding to his long the whole time. Mac and BTC. A lot of traders have made some good money doing it long in this shit, so props to them. Yeah, my man Brian, thank you. Get some thumbs up, some likes. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I always value your viewership. What type of indicator is the CCI? It's basically a trend indicator. There's a few YouTube videos about it if you want to look into it. I'll also offer one-to-one consulting, as I'm sure you might know already. I can obviously go into details there. But yeah, it's just a really chill and nice way to visualize trends. Like, let's say you had simply put the CCI on the 3-day, right? Like we have here. Let's put auto. Let's say you only longed when the trend became green and you shorted when the trend became white. So you would have entered $640 and you would have exited at 12,000. Now, obviously, you did miss $8,000 right here, which is why you could go on shorter time frames. Let's see what the daily looked like, actually. That one probably has a lot more false positives. Yeah, you see on the daily, like, because we did have those major 30%, 40% drops here. So, had you simply cracked open a long 640, rode that bitch all the way to 12, then shorted, then rode it, and you can see here, let's say we'll put the horizontal line on the plus 50 mark. This was a false positive because it didn't cross 50. So you would have stayed in your short all the way to, this is like 4K, 3.8. And then you would have closed your short and you would have opened your long and you'd still be in a long. So you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, the real traders, they're doing this. They're not looking at the fucking 10, 20% scalping altcoins, all this and that. They're riding trends and they're adding to their position as the trend goes up or down. Man, this drop was huge. Once we got here, you can see on the CCI, this sell pressure was massive. That's where institutional investors bought, and that's where retail died, right here. It's beautiful now, isn't it? And the thing is, people are going to throw themselves in front of this train, trying to short every up move, and they're going to get fucking slaughtered. So if the CCI is green, now this is broad, obviously. If the CCI is green, look for longs. If the CCI is white, look for shorts. I prefer using it on the 12-hour, the 4-hour, but to get a general idea, you can even crank it to the 3-day. Obviously, the it'll change slower, so you won't get those perfect entries or exits, but it'll give you a good idea what to look for. So I hope that helps, guys. 8K or 14K first? I would say 8K. If I had to take a guess, fuck, 8K is, I don't know. 8K. There's still some, there's still some supports around here. I mean, 8.8, 8.3. So, like, I have some bids in this area, and I'm ready to go all the way to hell. So, yeah, 8K, I mean, it's definitely possible. It's not out of the realm of, possibilities. Let's just say let's say the trend's ending here just for the fuck of it. 8K would be the 0.382 retracement level, so that's more than likely. So yeah, definitely possible. But I think 8K before 14. Any thoughts on Alicio's new video? It's a bearish view of the future, potential B wave correction in Elliott wave. Top at 13 to 20, then correction to 3. I'm not a big, where's my thing? I'm not a big Elliott wave guy, to be honest. But if you mean like, I gotta stop saying like, it's a bad habit. So if you're saying A, B, C, I don't think so. It just wouldn't, to me, it wouldn't make sense to lose this level again, especially seeing how the halving's coming over. This is supposed to be 50-50. Halving. But I don't know, like, I don't think so. Unless there's some major black swan event that is truly bearish for Bitcoin, like there's I don't know, some quantum computer that hacks the Satoshi wallet, or there, something happens that just maybe, but I don't think without a black swan event that technically it would do that. I might be wrong though. Obviously I don't know everything, but yeah. Everyone's saying 14K. That's funny. I think the best lesson I've learned over the last several months is that the trend is your friend till the end of the trend. Doesn't mean just don't fight it, but trust in the macro. I like that. Craig finally cracks that hard drive. Yo, I'm sure he's been trying. Oh, poor Craig. Oh, what a moment. What button did you push to remove the indicator you just drew? Oh, it's the garbage can there. So, you could draw whatever and delete. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Conservative 5x long of about 500 from 5,200 in April to put you at 7K now in June. 2,500 from 5,200. Not quite, but yeah. Oh yeah, or Control Z, that works too. That's funny. Yeah, I don't have a mouse or anything, so I'm kind of ghettoed up on my laptop. Yo, I appreciate the 31 of you in stream right now. Let's look at some depressing charts for a minute. Let's look at mainframe. The first thing I think of when I think depression is mainframe. Oh, I feel so damn. This project has treated many of its investors very harshly, and I don't mean in a technical sense, but in a financial sense. This has been, fuck, if Tunes were here right now, he would do something like this. Oops. Hold up. He'd be like, yo, it's totally a falling wedge, guys. I love you, Tunes, if you're watching. However, yeah, that was pretty bearish to me. Let's see, Zcash. Surprisingly, Zcash has not disappointed. I think, and don't quote me on this, I think the bottom is in for Zcash. If T-Mec heard me right now, he'd probably pop a lug nut. Right now I'm looking at the 3-day, right? We haven't had an uptrend on the 3-day since, and I'm not going to count this because this is a false positive again, at the 50 level. So we haven't had a real fucking candle since we saw that pump of like 50% or whatever this was. I don't even think I was really paying attention to Zcash back then. I just knew it was actually, this chart is kind of missing some data. There we go. So yeah, this thing has been okay ever since this area. Wait, am I? Okay, yeah. I want to make sure I was screen sharing. So there we had our first higher low, and from there you could have rode along, entering here on the higher low. Once the CCI turned green on the 3-day, and you could have exited here. Simple as that. So you look at the market structure, lower low, lower low, lower low, higher low. And then you enter. And then you exit. And that would have been, had you not touched your position, had you sat on your hands the whole time, like a pleb and not done anything, you could have made close to 200%. And that's just by looking at two things, by looking at your CCI and by looking at the market structure. Okay? So right now, if we were to go on the daily, what is this? This is a higher low and a higher low. So far, a higher low. CCI is green on the daily. That's nice. That means the trend is positive. It's not yet there on the 3-day because the 3-day is a bit delayed. However, if I were to long, I would want to see price trade back above this level. So if we could get a daily close above, what is this level? 0.0127-ish. So if price were able, I really wanted to hold this area, price were able to do something like this, I'd long the retest if it happened, or I'd start layering into a long. But until we see that, I'd be patient. But I do think the bottom is in for Zcash. I don't know when their halving is. I think it's 2022, 2020 something. So that means their inflation is going to go down by a whole bunch. I assume since it's a halving, it'll go down by half. And yeah. Oh, wow, I scratched my face. This mask is killing me. Oh. Okay. All right. Can you tart? Let me catch up on the messages first. So sad. What do you think of the near future for Matic, Seller, 1T Fuel? Do you think they will dump even more? Ahmad. Because that's a whole, it's a whole lot of projects you just asked me for. If I were to be honest, I think Matic has a decent future. I know a lot of investors are a lot of big money's behind it. We'll put it that way. I could definitely do something like boom, 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 and start a new cycle up again. So for T Fuel, T Fuel is Theta's gas. You guys think of Neo and gas and all that. Damn, that hurts. So no, like any altcoin thing, they'll eventually find a bottom and accumulate. But now's not the time to be rushing into altcoins because you don't know yet the top on Bitcoin. We're still making higher lows. There are still buyers. aka these wicks. So I'd be patient. I mean, right now you could catch some dead cat bounces. I'm sure there are some traders who are, who look at this and they're like, okay, well, I got an inverse head and shoulders here, and I'm gonna look at my FTA, first trouble area, and I'm gonna open a long. This would be your basic setup. Target the first trouble area, so the first resistance. You could put your stop loss beneath the shoulder of the other, and that would be a 3.5. However, Bitcoin decides to leg up again. This is going to get invalidated, and we're just going to fucking go again. So I'd be patient. If you want to start entering your favorite project, you could put like 5-10% of your intended position. However, I'd exercise some caution. I don't think Bitcoin's done. But yeah. Do you scan for crypto? Jesus Baraza. Yeah, I have a list of coins that I look at every day, and I mark my levels, and I have alarms. And what's up, Leroy? Welcome back. What's the best place for Canadians to trade margin? No VPN. I currently use Jafix, but it uses USD, so I sell my BTC to long, and I go up in USD. But yeah. Brother, I'd have to tell you get a VPN, man, because fuck, I actually don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm sorry. If you want a good VPN to use, try NordVPN. NordVPN. I'll even type it. I like them. I've been using them for a very long time, and I take my privacy pretty seriously. So I would check them out. Sorry, I'm just getting a quick text message. All right, back to work. What about Ignis? Ignis. I don't know what the fuck this is. Sorry, I don't know the project, so I'm only speaking from a technical perspective. Recently, doesn't look. I mean, doesn't look the worst, actually. Okay, well, two things you could do. One is, if you want to scalp this shit, you could set a buy around here, right? Sorry, this is set a buy around here, stop beneath, and you could target first trouble area, so around here, and that'd be a little 3.73. If you're more conservative, you can even open down there at the yearly low, the 2018 yearly low, and you target this area, and you put your stop beneath this cluster, and that would be an R of 1.66. Not the best. But yeah, this chart is not the worst. It definitely doesn't look as dead as some of the others we've been peeking at tonight. Do I take privacy seriously? Yeah, I'm a fucking clown, Eric. I hope you know that. The NXT pump for Ignis changed my life. Interesting. I didn't know about that. I did not trade any of those pumps, unfortunately. I've been following, let me just turn off my screen share in case I get any private messages. I want you guys. Oh man, people are funny. Yeah, because like I offer one-on-one private consulting, whatever. I charge 100 an hour, and a lot of people make fun of that because they're like, "Bags, you fucking $100 an hour. Who do you think you are?" And first of all, fuck, some of the people making fun of that have just lost thousands of dollars by holding altcoins, and they didn't want to pay $100 for me to give them some friendly, non-financial advice on how to better survive. Just $100, and you could. Anyways, so just seeing tweets like that makes me giggle. Um, oh yeah, don't worry, Eric. I know you're kidding. And even if you weren't, I'm kind of a clown. I mean, look at my mask, bro. All right. What else could we look at here? What have I had my eye on? Here, let me share my screen again. Man, I hope Ace comes shortly. I'd love to see him. Hopefully he didn't die or anything. And then live stream. Here, I'm gonna invite some friends to the stream. Maybe we'll get some other traders on board. Get some other extra opinions. Bam. All right. Let me share my screen. Let's go. Let us go. Let's check out Cardano. Whoa. Whoop, whoop. Fuck. Let's put it on the weekly. Let me clean up all these levels for you guys. Sorry about the mess. Shit, man. Donald was right. If you guys have never watched one of Donald's live streams, I recommend you do. Just him and Crypto Cred, wealth of information. I've been told recently to check out Trader SZ's content, so I reached out to him. I might start looking into his stuff a bit more. There's never harm in learning from people who know more than you, right? There's always going to be someone smarter, someone more knowledgeable, someone better. So yeah, swoop the lows. This would have made an easy long. Took the liquidity. Yeah, I mean, let's put this on the daily. On the daily. Oops. Yeah, so let's say you had entered along, caught that wick. Now you're like, where do I close part of my long? Where do I take profit? I take some profit there as the first trouble area. I take some profit here. And if you really think this is the intergalactic bottom for Cardano, then fucking hodl. Hodl that shit. Man, I remember when they were talking about Shelly, right? This is the 3-day. Okay, this was the Shelly testnet pump. Guess what Shelly did to everyone? Shelly fucked everyone, and that was liquidity for whales to get out. And there they took liquidity to get back in. So like whenever you guys see some super event, for whatever major cap, big cap project, it might run up into it because we had the news about Shelly around here. So that was still a 20% gain. But how many of you really cashed out on this wick? Food for thought. So if ever there's a big event coming up, typically you'll want to sell into it. And yeah, and this was the Cardano summit, right? On the 17th or whatever. Or no, sorry, March 29th, 30th. This was the Cardano summit. And guess what that was? liquidity for whales to sell their shit and fucking get it cheaper. So yeah, that's Cardano. Fucking Aeon. Eon. Yeah, we're nearing that 100 Satoshi support level. I think if it reaches 100 sats, this is going to bounce. Just that psychological number of 100 is very strong. Let's just, for kicks, let's look at the books. Muy interoperability, right? Fuck. All right, let's look at the buy side here. Damn, this book is dead. I was expecting to see some stacked orders at 100. There's only 0.16. Wow, this is pretty nasty. If I were you guys and I had some Bitcoin laying around, I would definitely set some stink bids. And a stink bid is just a bid that's out of anywhere. If you get one of those scam wicks, I would definitely do that on this thing, because the book is just all right, let's read the chat. What do I think of Dragon? Let's look at the chart. Yeah, I mean, it's a sight for sore eyes. It hasn't been able to make a higher low yet, so if I wanted to long Dragon, I'd wait for it to get back above 1914 on a weekly close or something. Because okay, let's say this is the bottom, right? Let's just assume. Let's assume. Let's assume it does something like this, kind of like that inverse head and shoulders we saw earlier on whatever shitcoin that was. It'll go to retest this. This fucking level is gonna be a bitch. Unless it does what Bitcoin does and just breaks through 6K. Because this looks exactly like the BTC chart when it went from like boom, boom, break, boom, boom. But Dragon isn't exactly Bitcoin. So unless they have some serious news in the pipeline and all their SEC shit is in check and all the check marks and I's are dotted, then maybe. For now, I mean, there are many more interesting plays to be had on newer coins that just have interest. Yeah, and BAT actually hit like some of you guys might remember. I made this channel and fucking put a box here, yada yada yada. Well, it fell through clearly. However, this horizontal played out pretty well. I'd like to see if we're able to close back into the channel. If we're able to close this shit back inside on a higher time frame, I'd consider longing. Absolutely. As long as people keep using the bad browser and it's not a piece of shit and they keep working, it should be all right. However, I think BNB is going to be an interesting coin to play with, just because of the Algorand, not the Algorand, sorry, the Elrond ICO that's coming up in a week and a half or something. Basically, people will have to purchase BNB tokens in order to access the IEO. You get a random amount of tickets depending on the amount of BNB you purchase. So right now, I would look at these levels to purchase. I'd look at level 1, and I'd have some bids at level 2. I'd even consider some stink bids at level 3. Let's say Bitcoin right now goes to whatever, 11.5, 13, 14K. Who knows? This is going to fall through here. But once Bitcoin hits that top and the whales get their cheap BNB, guess what's going to happen? It's going to move back here. And it could retest the range high. And I don't think this will hold as resistance for long because we've already tested it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So how much more, how much more can it take? Let's look at BNB. BNB hit my entry on the fucking nose too. However, I would have liked to have seen a better reaction so far, if I were to be quite frank. It's still not out the woods. Still not out the woods. Dash. I just drew this random fucking trend line out of nowhere. I don't even know what this is, guys. Sorry. Sometimes when I'm sad or lonely, I just draw trend lines in the middle of nowhere. Dash looks horrendous. I know people are really happy because of this candle, but yeah, we got rejected pretty badly here. So until price, whatever, finds a bottom and closes back above here, I'd wait for this level before cracking along. If I wanted to long Dash, which again, I don't really want to, it's not that interesting anymore. I mean, Dash maybe, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when it was worth a Manhattan building and everyone was talking about it, then maybe. But it's just another masternode with an overinflated market cap that, doesn't do much more than any other privacy coin. Let's all hodl ADA and pray for Charles. I'll send a prayer. All right, let's Walton chain. Yeah, and feel free to ask questions in the chat, guys. I do check it every so often just to make sure you guys are taken care of, because I love you guys. Walton chain, let's look at it on the weekly. Disaster. However, it did hit my level. And it closed. Did it close above or below it? The daily. Fuck, it closed below it. Man, this is gnarly. Yeah, Walton chain isn't out of the woods yet. However, if this higher low can hold and we start trading above the yearly open and we turn this into support, then we could probably ride along all the way to, you guessed it, guys, the FTA, first trouble area, around here. You could either set a tight stop, so right beneath this level, that would give you an R of 4.48, or you could even, stretch it a bit farther. Obviously, your R goes down. If I really wanted to long Walton chain and I were a paranoid fuck, I'd probably open a long at the bottom here. I would expect them to try and fuck retail one more time and then go up. So you could do something. That's the tough thing, where do you put the stop? Let's put 1998. I can't even read numbers anymore. 1198. And you target the FTA. That's 5.41. So yeah, as a whole, Walton chain has had a really hard time, and just looking at this, good luck. Good luck with this level. If Walton chain can reclaim this as support, then that'll be a miracle in itself, and it'll definitely trade. In my opinion, it'll definitely retest the top here. So from there, you could crack open a long, target the range high. Sorry, guys. Something like that. That's an R of 7.13. Because like I know it's fucking tempting to want to buy this shit down here and be like, yo, I bought the bottom. Fuck yeah. But the thing is, why? Why risk it? Wait for price to give you a reason to buy. You know what I mean? Like if price reclaims this level, game on. It can what I mean by reclaim, get back above it, turn it into support, and trade higher. If price were to reclaim this as support, let's even look at the VPVR. I haven't even used this tool. So you see this POC, the yellow dotted line, this is the highest volume horizontal level of the entire map. That dotted line, there's been the most money exchanged. So all that means is that once price gets back to it, it's going to act as a resistance. Vice versa, if we're above it, it acts as support. So if price were to reclaim this and the POC, mega bullish. That's price giving you a reason to long. Right now, this is a short, except I obviously wouldn't short it at the bottom. But you get what I'm saying, guys? Like, wait for the setup to scream at you. There's no reason to be buying this unless you're like, I don't know, unless you know something that no one else does and you're willing to wait and you're willing to be wrong another 50%. I'm not saying it's going to drop to 650 or whatever, 700, but yeah, start averaging in slowly. You know, I know that it's tempting to want to get the most out of every trade and get the perfect entries and the perfect exits and yada, yada, yada. It just doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. Let's look at chat here. If you guys can, just retweet this YouTube video to your followers on Twitter or whatever. I'm going to do that right now, actually. Still live and kicking. Boys and girls, come join the stream. Perfect. All right. Elrond isn't the Elf King of River. Yeah, I guess that's actually a funny thing. I didn't even think about that. Hey, what's up, Beast? Welcome, welcome back, man. I don't know where Ace is right now. I lost him, so I'm kind of sad. Chart the Bitcoin Google trend. Interesting. I'm very curious. This is funny. Let's look over the past 5 years. Oh yeah, this is definitely an accumulation area right here, and it looks like we're about to interest by region. Nigeria, #1. Somehow that does not fucking surprise me. All these fucking Nigerian princes. Oh, but that's funny. Oh boy. Oh boy. Best weed strain plus food combo. Interesting. I'm a big like McDonald's McFlurry dude with an apple pie inside. And the type of weed, I mean, I'm not difficult. I'm not difficult. I don't really have a favorite. Maybe Girl Scout cookies kind of nice on a nice warm night like tonight. Yeah, I'm fucking sweating balls, but this mask, is so much better than the previous one. Dude, that thing was so constricting. I couldn't even breathe a month ago. I'm so happy I got this. Yo, what's up, shitcoin Jerry? Welcome back, brother. Could you show in the indicator menu which CCI you use? Can't find one that looks like mine. That's because mine is special. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so you go in indicators, right? You're going to type FX sniper. Even I can't find it. FX sniper. And then it's going to come up T3. Oh, let me share my screen. Sorry. Let me share my screen. All right, so you're going to type, indicators, type FX sniper. And it's going to be the first one by H. Potter. 1959 likes. Major key. I can't believe I just said that. But yeah, I like it a lot, and you're gonna have to find your own style. And we all have our own style. Some people prefer price action, so no indicators. Some people like MACD. Some people like Ichimoku. Some like Elliott waves. You just gotta find what works for you. I just find that I'm good with this. So yeah, let's see. Fucking Dentacoin. Sorry, not Dentacoin. Dent. Fucking tunes confused me last night. Yeah, so right now in Dent, I don't like this very much. As long as price can hold this recent higher low, cool. But I would like to see us start closing above that 24 POC point of control level. Oops, sorry. I'd like us to start closing above this. So if price can kind of close the daily above yellow, then we could probably target I don't know, honestly, I'd probably target this. Probably 30, because I'm not a greedy bastard. Maybe even 29. But yeah, Dent has been surprisingly all right. And I don't know why. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Let's look at ZRX, actually. Oh, boy. Boy. So you see, like, that's the utility of marking your levels out. Marking the 18 yearly low. Look at that perfect retest and rejection. Perfect. So yeah, ZRX is looking like utter shit. I think we're gonna hit like 24, 2.4, sorry. I mean, let's look on lower time frames. Still, the overall trend. I mean, you do have a kind of like a dead cat bounce. Eventually, alts were gonna bounce. However, I'm not convinced until we start reclaiming some levels. I would not be interested in longing ZRX until we get back above the POC. So if we can reclaim, or at least this level, we can reclaim this as a support level, and you can maybe, but that's not a very smart long. I would wait for the POC. Definitely. Defs. Would you check out DAG? Mang? DAG. Is DAG a coin, or do you mean the protocol? Okay, I guess it's a coin. Shitcoin du jour. Okay, it's a new coin. It's on HitBTC. Is that the only garbage exchange? If you're trading on HitBTC, take your money out now. This exchange is gonna fucking ruin you. This looks bad to me. Brutal sell-off. I mean, I would maybe if price reclaims this level, you could kind of maybe long to here, but I don't know. If I were to try and enter, I'd probably put some stink bids because it's HitBTC, right? Their books can't be that full. So yeah, I mean, I obviously don't know what the project does. I don't want to insult you, but right now I'd be very cautious with your altcoins and I'd be patient. Eng. Let's look at Eng. I think I have it in my list, but right, so it reclaimed the. This doesn't. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. This doesn't look bad. Does not look bad. I don't want to. I don't want it to lose the 18 yearly low though. I'd like for it to keep this support area / accumulation area it's in. I mean, if shit hits the fan, really hits the fan, you could probably see one more dip to this level, something like that, and then you get some reaccumulation. This is your POC level. So let me just, because they're kind of stacked. So that's your point of control. So this is definitely going to act as a resistance once we touch it. So yeah, I would be a seller at 90.77, 90.70, 89.98, just below that 9K, and I'd be patient. And that is Eng. Yeah, no, Eng didn't drop much, which is reassuring. I mean, what you might see is a retest of the recent low. That's not out of the question. So at 5K, that could definitely happen. However, this might be just accumulation again. Because if we zoom out, let us go on the treks. Man, these charts are fucking. Okay. I mean, this is a lot cleaner, actually. Sorry. This is the 19 yearly low, 18 yearly low. Oh, sorry, 17, 18. Yeah, the MFI looks all right. Yeah, you got a hidden bullish div here, which is nice to see. So price made a higher low, indicator made a lower high. So I don't think it's out of the question that, reclaims here, maybe retests the range high, and eventually you could take it to here. So that's Eng. I mean, I know they have money and they're partnered with Microsoft or yada yada, whatever project they're with. Damn, that would have been a good scalp. Man, I've been watching Algo like a hawk. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta check this out. Okay. Where's Ace? Yeah, probably walking the dog. POC stands for point of control. And in case you didn't hear my definition earlier, it's just the highest horizontal volume area on the map. So typically it'll act as strong support or resistance depending on the time frame that you're on. What happened to ZIL? What did happen to ZIL? Very good question. I like doing live streams. This shit is fun. I don't know about you guys, but I appreciate you guys being here tonight. As you can clearly tell, I have no life because I'm here on a Saturday night doing this. But I love it, so who gives a fuck? So yeah, like this is pretty scata. This is pretty bad. Didn't even get to retest the yearly low. Just early sellers. Lost the point of control here and free falling. I wouldn't. Yeah, let's put this on. Let's put this. I want to see the Zilber coin. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, guys. It's the train. Yeah, I mean, right now it's the good news is that on the daily you have a pretty clear bullish divergence. This is pretty nice. I won't lie. Sorry, hidden bullish divergence. However, yeah, this is pretty. It's pretty ghastly. Sorry, not hidden. It's just a. Yeah, it's just a bullish divergence. That's the thing. Like you're going to catch a lot of bullish divergences on these coins. However, they don't have any support beneath it. There's like, this nothing. So sure, it's nice to see that there are some divergences. However, that doesn't mean much when there's nothing beneath you. So even though we see it, I would still heed caution. I mean, at least Zilliqa isn't one of those projects that'll, go to zero. At least not anytime soon. I know that they do have some working tech and they have people and money, so it's it's not a lost cause by any means. But just be slow with your approach. It's not a race. Do we have an FTM chart? Yeah, sure, no problem. Sure. I hope you didn't buy the top, Jerry. Nasty. So yeah, I think we'll see a bounce in this area. Should. And we could probably here. Let's just draw our horizontals. Be real professional about it, because on the Bagsy stream we are professionals. So you could probably get something like that. So say 199. I'd say probably 200. You could this is how Bagsy might play it. I was about to say my real name. Fuck. Gotta be careful, guys. Don't want to leak my identity. Not yet, anyways. 200, and then you could kind of put a bid at, let's say, 201, 202, because usually these levels will get front run, especially when the price is already. What a dirty drop. What a dirt drop. Anyway, sorry. Let me do this. So you could do something like this and maybe target this area as an exit, and that would be an R of 3.2, which is nice. This level could hold as support. Obviously, it's not an impossibility. You could also, let's say, technically, you could long from here, put a stop beneath the swing low, and target the FTA, so your first trouble area. That would also be an R of 3.75. But overall, I think this could probably make one more correction downwards, and then we're going to start getting reaccumulation, and then something like this, and because I know they have a main net coming in a month or some shit, so they're probably going to spin that narrative to get some whales out, or you know what I mean, like we were talking about earlier. Are you Greek, man? What's a good alternative to Binance for us residents come September? VPN, sir. But if a VPN doesn't work, um, depends what you want to trade. Like I can't. One third German, one third French, and one third plastic. That's funny. You bought it at 220. Oh, it's a very nice. That's a very nice entry, shitcoin Jerry. Actually, it's right. Yeah, you're at your entry right now. I mean, yeah, as I said, I think we could probably see another leg down. You could always put a stop loss beneath 205. Technically, price shouldn't get back there if this is the low, right? So you could always do that, or as again, the fuck do I know? It's not financial advice, but again, like you're seeing that inverse head and shoulders thing, so we could definitely see price get to 260 from here. I would be comfortable selling at 246 to 250, like this recent lower high, I think would be a resistance, and from there you can maybe rebuy the bounce, the drop at 237, 238. So yeah. Yeah, Jerry, we're professionals, my friend. Of course, I'm using Code Trader Pro. Do you still view FTM as a potential out-season coin, or did you sell your entire bag on the Binance listing? Well, I can't tell you what I did with my bag. However, I still think FTM is an interesting project, and there's a lot of money behind it. A lot. There are a lot of hedge funds behind it, so I think it has more in the future. And I say that with a small caveat. More often than not, altcoins will lose money against their BTC pairing. When I bought FTM was a market cap of about $5 million. Okay, 5 million, and at the top it was worth 60 to 70 million last week or 2 weeks ago. So price already did a 12 to 14x from where I called it, right? So it's kind of like a do as I say, not as I do. I would obviously recommend you take profit if you hadn't, or I would have recommended you had taken profit on the listing for those people who talk to me on the regular. But yeah, I like it. Enough about FTM. RSR. Let us see RSR. I have not looked at this. RSR. Okay, on Huobi. BTC pairing looks interesting actually, because seeing if you can start closing above 25, you could target along to the POC, set your thing beneath there, and that's a risk reward of 2. Not bad at all. Sorry. The actual POC would be 2.25 R. However, I'd sell it a bit earlier. I'm not greedy. Let's look at it on the USDT pairings, probably a bit better. So this is interesting actually. You can see that it broke the downtrend here, targeted the first trouble area. Perfect rejection. And now we're trending above the POC and its support. I like this a lot. So, let's say you're long in the USD pairing, you could set a bid. Excuse me. You could set a bid here, target this area. I mean, personally, I'd be less greedy about it. Here, I get an R of 4.24. Let's go on lower time frames. 4 hour looks not bad. It kind of looks like it's rounding. 1 hour looks good. So yeah, I think this could definitely get some legs, especially as I said, if we're able to close above 25 on the BTC chart. 246 was your target. Very nice, Jerry. I agree with you. Thoughts on KMD Komodo? I think it had a nice wick earlier, if I remember properly. So yeah, God damn it. Excuse me, guys. So yeah, I want to see price close above 1375 on a higher time frame, like the daily. Then I'd consider a long to 1725, something like that. Like, do you guys understand what I'm doing now when I'm trying to talk about buying on confirmation, like buying when things look a lot better? So like, I wouldn't be that guy fucking throwing myself to catch this shit. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be this guy. Price reclaims this as support. You might not get that perfect retest. However, you can still snipe an entry. And from there, you target the, it depends how greedy you want to get, how tight your stop is. You could target the POC for 2.01 R. You could target the range high for 3.68. There's a few things you can do. Overall, I know Komodo is doing a rebrand very shortly, so that could be good for it. It's not out the woods yet, but yeah, wait for it to reclaim that level I just mentioned. Yeah, we just spoke about Cardano. You can rewind about 20 minutes if you want. Here, let me just check my. I need to check my DMs. Got a few things I'm working on. Bump, 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 bump. All right. No problem, Mr. Dobrev. Can you please check Bolt? Sure. I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes. Then I'm going to go pretend I have a life. Okay? Okay. Yeah. So for the next 10 minutes, you can drop your questions below. You can talk shit, whatever you want. I'm going to screen share. You guys can see my Bolt chart. So yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw this earlier in the week, but clear bearish divergence. Lost the lower high here. Once we broke this level, I was anticipating a drop to green. Let's see how price interacted with this level on lower time frames. So yeah, so when we lost this level, it did bounce, like it did act as a support for a second. However, obviously didn't work out. Went for the swing low, tagged it perfectly actually. So now if I had to guess, I think I'll probably see something like this. And then I don't know. Depends what, I know there are Binance rumors and whatnot. I don't know how much of that's real or not. One. Sure, Mr. Muhammad Al-Mahmoud. Let's chart one for you. Man, that is one piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. In all seriousness, yeah, I mean, we can hold this area as support. Could maybe take a long. Fuck, I don't even know where I'd. Probably this level. right? Then you'd set your stop fucking tight. That's an R of 1.5. I mean, not great. Like, I if I wanted to play a swing position, meaning a longer term bag, I would want, yeah, these wicks are not bad. I would really want to see this level, at least this level, get reclaimed as support. So let's say price goes here, rejected, retests. Now, if it were to go again, support, then you could target the POC. But if it bounces, like I think it will, retest, drops, and then just keeps going because Bitcoin goes to, let's say, 11.5, 12K. You could even, let's say, like some panic scenario, you can even look at like the open. I mean, I don't want to say shit's going to get that bad, but you always got to be open to the possibility. I don't know where you bought it at. So, I mean, yeah. As I said, if I were to long, I'd really want to see it get back above 227. And you could obviously play that scalp position I told you about. However, just the risk reward isn't that, to me, isn't that great yet. You know what I mean? And that is my non-financial advice. You mentioned FTM has a lot of money behind it. Other than FTM and Zeke, which coins have the most funding? Give me a second, actually. I will present a little gift. What's it called? Hedge fund trade. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta find a file that someone gave me a while ago. Where is it? Okay. Alrighty then. Let me make sure my name is not on this. That would be pretty big. I don't even know if I'm allowed to share this with you guys. You know what? I don't want to get sued, but put it this way. I'll give you guys the top 10. Number 1 is Zilliqa. Number 2 is the OX project, so ZRX. Number 3 is Perlin, Perl. Number 4 is Certic, that's CTK. Number 5 is Icon, ICX. Number 6 is Quark Chain, QKC. Number 7 is Phantom, FTM. And that's a big reason why I'm really bullish on this project. Put it this way, if FTM is when I read this list, FTM was a $5 million market cap, but it has over 20 hedge funds behind it, so number 8, ELF, ELF, number 9, Omisego, OMG, and number 10 is Block. So these are the top 10 projects that have the most amount of hedge funds behind it. Now, in terms of the amount they raised, that's a different story, but I know in terms of amount of hedge funds behind it, that's the list. Grin, yeah, I don't want to talk about Grin. How do you usually find what to trade? I mean, whatever's hot, man. Whatever people are looking at, You want to be trading Dragon, as I said, for example, when you could be trading something like Algo or one of these IEOs. You just want to trade where the liquidity is, where the eyes are, or you want to trade whatever has some fundamental news coming in the future. So let's take Tron as an example. In December, January, Tron had their Nitro event, January 17, something like that. And in December, there was a clear accumulation pattern for like 2-3 months. And then Tron went from 300 sats or 250 all the way up to 950 on Mex. So that was what, a 300% gain? All because TRX Tron had one event coming for it. And obviously they had Justin Sun, Sir Pumponomics behind it. So you want to find a project that has some news coming from it, a project that has a hype man, so a CEO who's going to want to make shit happen. And you got to get in before the crowd. So you got to go on coinmarketcal.com. Here, I'll show you the website. Yeah, I'm gonna help you guys out since you're with me on this Saturday night. Probably not getting laid. Coinmarketcal.com. Okay, coinmarketcal.com. Here, this website will tell you what's happening for your project. So let's type, I don't know, Zcash. Probably gonna say July 15, Zuku's at the grocery store. So yeah, they have this random Ycash fork. Beats me what it is, but this could be, forks are usually bullish events. So yeah, just use this website. It's pretty damn useful, if I may say so myself. My only opinion is pineapple is okay on pizza. I like pineapple on pizza. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about that. Pineapple on pizza is all right. It wouldn't be my premier choice, obviously. Fruit is kind of weird on pizza. However, if it were on the table and I was hungry, I wouldn't say no. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that Ace didn't join us tonight. I'm gonna have to have a conversation with him. It's gonna be a tough one. We're breaking up, guys. Oh man, I'm gonna paint this mask black, I think, or like spray paint. I want to make it as close to my Twitter avatar as possible. You're pretty badass. I'm fucking yawning with my hand. Oh boy. Only flat earthers eat pineapple. Yeah, basically. Do you look on Twitter for ideas on what to trade? Jesus. I used to, but now I'm at a point where I know what I'm going to trade. I used to. I mean, I might get some ideas from it. Don't get me wrong. Like, there have been times where Donald has shared a setup, and I'm like, "Fuck, that looks really good," and I completely missed it. And then, I'll put my own set of rules and how I would trade it. More importantly, because I think the problem is some people get their ideas from Twitter, but you do it cookie cutter, so you literally copy paste what the person's doing. The problem is you don't know how the person's managing their trade. You don't know if they're taking profit. You don't know where their stop loss is. You know nothing. All you know is that they're interested in the project and they show you a chart, and that's what it is. So it sounds to me like you're still a bit, new to trading. So I'd say take it slow. Study traders, like reverse engineer Crypto Donald, reverse engineer Crypto Cred, read Cred's guide, books. Everything's free. All his educational content is free. If you don't know how to get it, join my Discord. I'll link my Discord in the chat. In my Discord, there's a free educational section with a bunch of resources that I found over the years that have been useful to me. Because I remember when I started out in crypto, I was looking on Reddit for what to buy. Reddit. So if I could save you guys some trouble, I'd recommend you look at the shit in my Discord, start looking at that stuff. Take your time when trading. Start very slow. Don't trade with 100% of your portfolio. Trade with a very small percentage. Use a stop loss. And it's a long-term thing, and always hold some Bitcoin. Please do not make the mistake of over-diversifying in one altcoin or 50. You know, like you always need to hold some Bitcoin, especially now. Look at this. Look at this. If you are 100% altcoins, which I'm sure some of you are listening right now, like you're in pain. And I've been there, so I get it. So these little things will help improve your success rate over time, but most importantly, start slow. And you can definitely reverse engineer some of the good traders on Twitter. But the thing is, you really have to know who to look for. So I think that pretty much covers tonight's session. So everyone in chat, all 27 of you, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're not following me already, hit me up on Twitter. I'm Bagsy. If not, have a great night, guys. I appreciate you being here, and trade safe, okay? Peace.